Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So I thought it was about time we done a little bit of Montego content. It's been a number of months since I've actually put anything out on this car. So let's wind back for those of you that are not familiar with the car. So September 2023, I saw an ad on Facebook Marketplace, as you do. One of 3 remaining Montego HLSs free to a good home, and it was over in Glasgow, so not a million miles away from where I am at the moment. So again, the temptation was too huge. Who could resist a brown Montego 2.0 HLS? So I took custody of the car. The plan and agreement was the car was to be restored, which we're in the process of doing. It would have probably been done had kit not rudely got in the way. So in today's video, I'm going to just give you a bit of a summary about exactly where we're up to, what my short-term plans actually are, and again, for anybody that's new to the channel, it's just going to be a catch-up video to bring you all up to speed. So I hope you all enjoy it. My name's Chris and welcome to Retro Ratchet. Now, if you're enjoying the content, please consider subscribing. The last Montego video, only about 50% of people that watched it actually subscribed to the channel. What better place to start than that stunning 80s brown paintwork? Well, let's take a wee closer look at what is going on here. In some ways it's awful, and in some ways it's actually not too bad. So let's start with the driver's front wing. Now, put in the comments what you think. Now, this one, I think this one is probably beyond repair. I mean, yeah, you could probably cut in a new arch there, and again down there, but I think that's going to be quite a bit of work considering for how much you can buy a new one. So I think we're probably going to go ahead and replace that. Now, driver's door. Well, this one definitely isn't open to discussion. We definitely need a complete new door here. Somebody's had a go at sticking a screwdriver in that at some point to break into it. I wouldn't have thought it was a very popular car to break into and steal, but who knows. So yeah, once a complete driver's door. So if anybody has one of those, please reach out in the comments. Now, sill. It does look a wee bit worse for wear, but it's certainly not the worst that I've actually seen. A lot of this could, in fact, just be surface. So I think the plan is dig into it, and if I can get away with patching it, I will do. If not, we'll put a new outer sill on that. Get a wee closer look at that, back of that driver's one. Yeah, so that is knackered. Now, driver's rear door. Now, things are starting to look up. They're starting to look a wee bit better now. Looks like a wee bit of corrosion just down there in the corner. The rest of it looks reasonable though, doesn't it? So I might have a crack at salvaging that door, rubbing that right down and seeing how bad the damage is in that bottom corner. Now, rear quarter. Yeah, so decisions already made. I did purchase some full quarters because these are wrecked. A lot of corrosion under there. Under here as well. Fuel filler cap area, I'll probably end up doing some repairs in there as well. And obviously the arch itself has seen a lot of filler over the years. Now, wee hole in there to fix as well. Yeah, I mean, underbody structure actually isn't too bad. But the bulk of the work is going to be the back end in terms of metalwork and fabricating. And you look down here, there's a cracker there. Look at that, right the way through. So, same as you go around there. So, yeah, we don't need comments on that one. That will be replaced. Now, boot lid. I know it is quite hard to see with the frost. It's not too bad, actually. Wee bit of rust in there. 2-litre HLS was a beast. But I don't know how straight this boot lid is. I think the car has had a little bit of a bump in the past. There's a little bit of an unusual gap there. So I don't know. It is going to have basically a complete new rear end. So it might be the case of trying to source another boot lid. I think that might be the best plan. But we'll wait and see. Like I said, it's not too bad, that one. But I do think it has got a wee dent right under that number 6 there. It's just buckled it in a wee bit. That gap is huge. Bumper, yeah, we're not going to try and repair that one like we did at the SD1s. Way too much work, so that will get replaced. Other quarter. Now this one's a horror. Let's get some close-ups on that. Who fancies having a go at fixing that? No thanks. It's got a hole under there as well, and that's pretty grim. That's where somebody's replaced it in the past. But yeah, so this is going to be majority of the work this side. And that arch as well, that is no better. It's fared quite badly, so there will probably be lots of inner arch repairs needed here as well. Right, so there's that one, and obviously glass will be coming out to do those repairs. Won't be able to do them with the glass fitted. Right, let's take a wee look at the passenger's rear door. Hey, this isn't looking too bad. Down the bottom, there's been a bit of suspect paintwork going on there, so that might be hiding something. But on the whole, I think I'm going to have a go at salvaging that, save a wee bit of money. Now, sill, again, this side does not look too bad. Obviously, luckily, the rear quarters sit on top of the sills. Yeah, so that might be one for salvaging. Obviously, we'll have to dig into it and see if there's any hidden horrors there. Now, passenger side. So this is on the verge, isn't it? So we've got a wee bit corrosion coming through there, which isn't the end of the world. Somebody's had a go at the door lock. That's the bit I don't like. You can see it's all buckled in there. It would be kind of tricky to try and get that straight, and I don't have the skills or tools to panel beat that out and get that spot on. You know, you would notice that. See, when you look along it, it just wouldn't be too good, would it? That there, that's full of filler there, but that's not the end of the world. You could cut that out and replace that, and the same at the other end. But it's that door lock, so I think, what will we agree? Place the front door as well. Now, moving on to the front passenger's wing. This isn't too bad. It's not the worst I've seen. This is all surface. See all this here? All surface rust. Possibly could be salvaged, just reaching round the back. And that's not too bad down there either. So I don't know, what do you think? Salvage that one or look out for a nice replacement? So we look round these A-pillars. Now this, again, isn't too bad for one of these. It's got wee blisters here and there, but my worry is, you know, taking the screen out, are we going to get the screen out in a oneer? And what about this trim? We're not going to be able to reuse it, are we? It's going to have to probably be a plain black one, because I reckon you'll never get these. So I don't know, we're going to have a serious thought about that. What do you think? Leave the screen in? Live with some of this, try and just deal with this without removing the screen, but then again, looking under there, it's probably very crusty under there. Tell me what you think I should do on that one. Roof itself you can't really see because of the frost, but that is alright. Now moving around to the front, let's try and squeeze around here. Bonnet. Bonnet's no too bad. Got this chrome strip that's been fitted here that does not belong on this bonnet, and then some corrosion here and here. Now again, that's not the end of the world. Having to cut that out, I would certainly be cutting that out. It'll probably be a hole anyway once you start digging into it. So it's not too bad. There's a wee bit back here as well. So worst case scenario, we could probably do something with that and probably salvage that. Oh, you look at that pillar as well. So usual bit on the seams, I know from the Maestro restoration you end up having to cut that there. Cut that there and then deal with any corrosion underneath. Oh, so I'll tell a lie about the roof. We've got a wee bit around that aerial to sort out. So that is the bodywork. What do you think? Scrap it, repair it? We'll be repairing it, so we don't need to answer that question. But so that's a wee overview for the exterior. Now let's take a wee look inside. Inside I have done nothing with, so this is just a general FYI, to be fair. So, oh yeah, there's a surprise. We need headlining. Jesus Christ, that's sagged a good bit more since I was last in here. So that we'll need to do something with. Obviously, I don't know, maybe either try and re-stick that or just get some new fabric at some point. Seats are decent. I think they were cleaned up by a previous owner. Door cards, they're all present. Dashboard. What have we got going on here? Well, we do have some cracks on that dashboard, as you would expect from Maestro Montego. You know what, no the end of the world. I think the plan with interior will just be piece it all back together, clean it all up and see what is missing. Let's take a wee look into the centre console here. Original Philips cassette player down there. New radiator. That's the painted slam panel. That's to go back in, and there's various other little bits that I've just dumped in here. But yeah, it's going to be really stylish, isn't it? Dark brown interior. What do you think? I think it's pretty cool. Right, now let's take a look under the bonnet. Now this is where I'm going to have to try and merge a couple of sets of videos. Bear with me a minute while I get a piece of wood to hold this up. There we go. Right, so let's take a wee look under here. So obviously all this was painted, welded. Oh God, you know, you're probably talking a year ago now. So engine has been dropped in, the engine's been rebuilt. I've done a couple of videos on that process. I'm just like looking around at here just to make sure that everything is basically covered in the next part that I'm going to cut in. But yeah, the bit you're going to see now, we're going to go back over the last couple of months where I've done a few little jobs, and I'll bring you up to speed with those, and then we'll probably conclude the video after that. I think that'll be a decent place to end. Okay guys, we're on the Montego inlet manifold. So today's job is going to be trying to refit these. You can see these wee coolant outlets here on the side are completely knackered. There's basically nothing left of them. All that fell out anyway. So the plan is heat it up, try and get these out, knock these back in, and then clean that waterway out, and then clean the rest of the manifold up. And hopefully it'll look like new. Right, let's get started. So the blowtorch is your friend for a job like this. Fortunately, it was copper, so it was very, very easy to actually extract. It was just a case of hitting that electrician's screwdriver in there and then using a plier. Now what you can see there is just a little miniature wire brush on the drill. Really handy for cleaning that out, and yeah, just getting that tapped in there. I had a selection of different hammers. I couldn't make my mind up what I was actually wanting to use. That was just a rubber one there, but yeah, I don't think I actually had it hot enough to get it hit fully home, but you can see it finally going in there, and eventually giving and get a big block of wood. And then the other side, that actually came out straight away, so I didn't bother recording that, but yeah, just getting that heated up as last time, using that piece of wood. And yeah, it did take a good few knocks. You can just see the pen mark there, where it actually marked how far in it needed to go. A wee bit slower that side, to be fair. Wasn't my best moment doing this. Nevertheless, we got there in the end. And there we have it. That's them both in. The good interference fit there. So yeah, very happy with that. Next up is starter motor. We're actually using the old one off the Maestro Turbo. The one that originally came in this looks like it's definitely seen better days. So we'll stick this one in and hopefully it still works. So yeah, just a case of getting those bell housing bolts through there. Unfortunately, I hadn't put them in any order. When I dismantled all of this, it was a case of trying to identify which was which. Okay, next part of the puzzle is getting this exhaust manifold on. So, pull it down, position. It does share some of its fixings with the inlet manifold as well. So, just need to hold it in place just now to get a few nuts in to hold it. Now the eagle-eyed among you will have noticed I actually had the inlet manifold on first earlier on, which I had to remove. And then you just drop that inlet manifold in there. With a wee bit of adjustment, and it should all fit like that. And then just a case of getting the rest of the washers and nuts on there to hold that manifold in place. So you will notice I haven't bothered torquing any of them up at this stage. And here we have fresh gaskets, we heat insulating plate, and a freshly rebuilt carburetor that I'll cover in a separate video, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. And then just that oil dipstick tube going in there. So now getting stuck into the timing, yeah, I was just lining up that cam alignment marks there. There's a little dot at the top there. And then it was a case of getting that brand new tensioner on and then getting the belt kind of fed around it. These are no longer available. It was actually the Morris Marina Owners Club that supplied that. It was actually quite expensive, but I know there's other fixes out there where you can modify other ones. But that was the best solution for me, just to get that one off of those guys. And it was just a case of getting that belt fitted round and then getting a little bit of tension on the belt. Now on to the tensioning procedure. So this is a little bit odd. You could use the approach of just a quarter twist on the longest run, but I was doing it the right way. So basically what it is you apply a certain force and it has to deflect the belt by a certain amount, and then you just adjust the tensioner to give that more or less deflection. I had actually done this a few times before I filmed the final adjustment there, but I just wanted to demonstrate how I done it. In this one here, we're on to the thermostat housing. Cleaned that one all up, that was kind of minging inside. Bolted that onto the block there, and then finally fitted the gasket and the brand new thermostat. So it was good to see those pieces going in. And then that's a new thermostat outlet. I had to replace that one as mine was damaged. And then just from this angle here, you can just see the fuel pump fitted there as well. So that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you've all enjoyed that, and it's filled in a few blanks for where we're up to with Project Montego. And those of you that subscribed for this car, you know, it is still on the list. I'm still picking away at it. So hang on in there and we'll get back to it over the next couple of months. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you all for the next one.